Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another Sporting160EN podcast, number 147, joined by a fantastic panel as always, starting off with the patron, the main man, Steph. Steph, how you been, bro?
Yeah, I've been pretty good, but I'm not Quatch. I wish I was. He's the real patron. But I'm doing good, so let's do it. I'm super excited. It's been a minute for me, so let's do
You're the Quats of this podcast, bro. Don't ever say that.
it.
Also joined by our boy Chris. Chris, how's it going, bro?
Going good. Another result. We churn along here. We got some chirps from the rivals. Just another weekend in Portugal.
The rivals, and not only, even Passos decided to fucking
chirp as well.
Chirp a bit too. I'm of course
Point,
Danny.
0.01 expected goals. Passos decides to chirp.
They didn't even have a shot on net, but
no.
Anyways, we'll get to that. You can give me a follow right there. Of course, our boy Sam, who couldn't make it today, right there, and of course the Twitter page right there. All right, let's get into it. Starting with the Twitter questions. We only have a few, but let me just pull this up right here. So, Steph, I'll start with you first. Coming from our boy Paul Rodriguez at Paul J Rod, should Slimani be the first choice starter before Paulinho? Should Nuno Santos be the first choice left wing back? Steph, what do you think, dude?
So Paulinho is going to be tough because he fits in the scheme that Ruben Amorim mounted. So Paulinho, he links the midfield. He knows how to get the ball and to maneuver into the attack. Slimani is more, like we say in the Portuguese slang, woman daria. He waits for the ball. But I've seen Slimani going also all the way back to the midfield and make plays. But Paulinho is better in that aspect. So Paulinho is always going to be the number one choice, and Slimani will come in when we desperately need goals. Then the wingers are giving instructions to cross the ball into the box. But don't be surprised if we see again Paulinho and Slimani starting the game together, which we've seen it a couple times. And I like the chemistry, but it's specific games that we need that. In regards to Nuno Santos, it doesn't look like Vinagre is an option for Ruben Amorim. So I like Nuno Santos as a left back, but again,
Have people forgotten about the people's left back?
Yeah,
the left back of the people, or is it just because we're short at center backs? And
I
he's
guess.
just so versatile. He can stand in there.
I believe
He's
so.
mixed
But
out.
yeah, but Nuno Santos as left back is a good choice, but it's only in certain games as well when we need more a profundidade, more depth into the pitch, because he prefers Mateus Reis as a left back when he has Coates and Inácio and Fedal playing. So it's good options to have.
Very good options to have, yeah. Next question comes in from our boy Nuno Gabriel at Cativalens. His question, and I'll get to the last one after when we discuss the games. But do you think these international breaks do more harm than good for the club teams? Seems like we suffered from it this weekend. Teams seemed out of it. What are your thoughts on that, Christian? Had some performances internationally. Inácio went and got snubbed twice.
Coates played 90 minutes. Sarabia played probably 110 minutes total. I mean, yeah, it definitely doesn't help, right? Travel too. Coates had two transatlantic flights.
Ugarte went to Uruguay too, right?
Yeah. He
only played,
He only played 20 minutes, but yeah, he still had to fly and train, etc. It sucks because they played in the second game too, not the first one. So it was like on Tuesday, so they really only had like 3 days to get themselves back adjusted to time, etc. Yeah, I'm sure it probably impacted a little bit, but for me, it's not a good enough excuse for like 60 minutes of pretty underwhelming football.
Agreed. Agreed. And Nunu's last question is about the penalty, but let's get into that right now. So I'll throw up the lineup. Shout out to everybody who asked the question, especially Nunu, who never misses. We appreciate you, Nunu. So our lineup was as followed. We had a Ven in net, Mateus Reis, Coates, Inácio in the back line, Nuno Santos left wing back, Porro right wing back, Mateus Nunes and Pelinha in the midfield with Pot, Paulinho, and Sarabia up top. Substitutions of Ugarte, Marcus Edwards, Slimani, Isgaio, and Bragança even had like a 5-minute cameo. Steph, I'll start off with you, dude. What were your thoughts on this game?
Before I talk about the game, Nuno Gabriel, he promised us he would come to the podcast. So now it's live.
Right.
It's recorded. He has to come. So I sent him a DM a few days ago, and he said, "Okay, I'll come." So
about time, because we've been asking him for years now.
Yeah, I know.
He's
for
like,
years.
"No, you guys don't like it. What do you mean?" All right, perfect then.
And he's pretty knowledgeable, and he's done interviews with Sporting160EN from Portugal. He's done with the live team Sporting TV. So, and he's pretty good. He's knowledgeable. So I'm glad he can do it in the Shakespeare's language. So about the game, it started a little bit off track for Sporting, but it's very typical when we play these teams. They come fresh into the pitch, full of steam, pressuring high, and then it dies off because they get tired. They can't keep up with the same pace as they start the games against Sporting. And you saw that again with Paços Ferreira in the first half. We deserve to be one up, and I know we'll talk about the PK, so I'll leave that for last. So there's no need to talk about the PK. I'll just say it was a PK. But if we could have been at least 1-0 at halftime, and we did deserve it. We created enough opportunities. I don't remember Paços Ferreira's creating an opportunity the entire game, to tell the truth. They controlled the ball for a long period of time. Now I'll just go into the second half. Until minute like around 57, 60, they were dangerous. They controlled the entire game, and then Ruben Amorim in a wake-up call, he made those crucial substitutions with Ugarte and Edwards coming in, and that totally changed the game, the dynamics of the game. It just shows you that Ugarte is a phenomenal player, not only as a number 6, but also making plays with the ball. He's very, very, very good in holding the ball and creating offensive passes, as we saw the goal with Nuno Santos. So the MVP for me of the game was, without a doubt, Ugarte, because he completely changed the game. And after they both came in and Slimani later, and then with Isgaio, we dominated the entire game until the end. So, but the only thing I will emphasize to wrap it up is that I do not remember Paços Ferreira creating a chance of goal. I remember one dangerous cross that I then defended. Apart from that, they were really nothing more than just controlling the ball at midfield for those 15 minutes in the second half, and maybe towards the end of the first half. But besides that, I never felt that Sporting was going to tie or lose. I always felt that we were going to win, and then we could have won by 4-0. Seriously. I remember a shot from Mateus Nunes with that heel pass from Edwards, the beautiful, and he hit the post.
Incredible.
That was incredible. And then the Paços Ferreira goalie was on point with his saves as well. And that's it. We deserve to win. And like Ruben Amorim says, the next game, the most important game is Tondela.
Just to back you up on that, Steph. Kramacha Veliza right there, 0 from Paços. So they did not attack at all.
No.
They held possession well, but that's about it. We pretty much stayed.
I have no clue why the Benfiquistas and Portuguese were bitching so much. Seriously. It goes beyond my understanding. Let's say the PK wasn't it didn't count. We'd still win. 1-0 with 0 Zero chances from Pass Freitas.
Exactly. Agreed. How about you, Chris?
Yeah, I think that the first half was pretty just want to completely forget about the existence of the first half. I don't know if we deserved a goal in the first half. The PK obviously was created from a good through ball and a good chance created by pulling it around in the keeper. But that was I feel like there's a couple moments, but I feel like us being up 1-0 from that first half was fortunate. And then yeah, like Steph said, right when we come out from there, so I felt like I was like, all right, we're up 1-0, maybe slightly undeserved, but I'll take it. And then they came out right on top of us, not really, obviously not creating chances, but possessing the ball for the majority of the time and kind of working it around us with ease for 15 minutes until when he makes these changes, and then the game completely changes, and then we have a flurry of opportunities, just one after another after another. Edwards is megging and tunes. Sarabia is cutting guys, hitting the bar. Edwards hits the bar as well. Sarabia heads. All of a sudden, we have 10 goal scoring opportunities. And this game honestly could have ended up being a lot more than 2-0. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. Deserved winners. Pass was pretty pathetic overall. And yeah, we just gotta keep hoping that that the others drop points.
For real. All right, let's waste no more
Which
time
didn't
on
happen
that.
this week.
Unfortunately, but at least third place dropped some points, so we're solidifying ourselves in second.
That's true.
Actually did. Benfica lost points.
Yeah, exactly. Let's waste no more time on this. Let's talk the penalty. I think we all have probably different opinions on this. Chris, I'll pass it back to you though. What were your thoughts on this?
Well, I guess my thoughts are that I think that Paulinho rounds the keeper, feels that he gets the contact on his foot, takes a step, and then chooses to go down because he knew that there was contact. He knew that there was contact because he felt it, so he was confident that the video review was going to call it. So rather than maybe stretching himself and having to shoot with his right foot under pressure, he opted to go down, which you could say is a smart decision. You could say is the pussy decision. It could be both. But yeah, this contact on the foot. I mean, that's the president in Portugal. I don't think that the contact is enough to make him trip from the contact because he keeps running. Right? It's not like the contact made him fall, but there is contact. So I guess that the ref. Well, first the ref tries to call him offside, and then he gives him a yellow for diving, or did he give him a yellow for protesting?
Protesting.
So yeah, what a clusterfuck! What a clusterfuck!
Steph, take it away. Penalty?
No, definitely. I mean, I watched the Juiz Final, so after the game, I know most people disconnect and then they go about their lives. So I stay a little bit longer, and I like to watch the Sport TV.
I watched
Juiz
the
Final.
interview. I watched the player interview. I watched Dugart's interview. The guy was trying to get him to say something about the Portugal game, and he just wouldn't. And then the guy's like, "Okay, thanks." After pressing him 3 times.
Yeah. He said 50-50.
Yeah. Just kept repeating it. So what do you want me to say, man?
Yeah.
There's not even 100% I'm going to be in the roster, but I'm trying.
I think he
will be.
Yeah.
I think he will be. I think he's only growing, trending up.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. But about the PK, yeah, clearly it was a PK, and that's why sometimes I don't get upset with people anymore. It's useless. I'm turning 50, so I kind of gave up on getting upset with people. Then and that includes Benfiquistas and Portistas, everybody else. I just let it go. But if you take your time and actually after the games, the Juiz Final does a pretty good job. They have like I don't know how many cameras. They have a lot of cameras, a lot of TVs inside that little truck they have parked by the stadium, and they spin different angles, and then that's when you can really see. And I'll give it this much, that the referee is an ex-referee, breaking down the plays in doubt. He does a pretty good job. He's neutral. He has nothing to gain in line because we all watching what he's watching in slow motion. And then he explains everything by detail, because I don't know if people know, but before a PK is called, there's 7 reasons why it could be called. I don't know all of them by heart, but a couple of them is intensity, intention, and if he was careless. And then the referee, he focused on these 3, and he said it was not an intensity call, it was not a malicious call, but it was a careless call. Why would he say that? Because if you pay attention, the angle of the camera that gives you the best view, it's like on the left side if you're facing the TV, and then you could see that the goalkeeper, he came out and his left foot drags purposely against Paulinho's right foot. So now I want you guys to picture yourself. You're running at full steam. Because and that's what bothers me. We Chris still plays soccer, so he'll relate to what I'm about to say. And I know Danny has played soccer too.
I actually have thought about it. I don't know if I would have gone down or not, because I definitely wouldn't have had the benefit of the VAR.
Let me just explain. So, and Danny also has played soccer. That's how you broke your knee. But Eclipse Paulinho, right foot. So naturally, when you're in going forward at full steam, what happens? You still have your left foot, because the left foot wasn't touched. So naturally, that step you will conquer that step. You will make that step. But the right one, you won't make it anymore because you're going at full steam. Un toque pequenino, just a slight touch. If you remember when you play soccer with your friends, in an amateur league, what happens? You fall right away, even if it's a small push. You fall right, because the momentum, it throws you off. So I know people say, "Epa, le tiros in semi-skill." Okay, so next time we go to the park, go simulate the same play, and then we'll talk about it. And I think when they say, "Oh, he made one step and then he fell," yeah, he made one step with his left leg, the one that wasn't touched. The one that he clipped, it kind of flipped him, and that's why he fell. So to me, it's a clear PK. So next time, what I want you guys to do is watch the game and watch this Juiz Final until the end. And then you'll see how they explain it clearly, not just the guy explaining it, but the camera showing you in a very detailed way. And that's what bothers me. It's people, they just talking by looking at a different angle, the one that's convenient for them. If you portista, you're gonna look at the angle that that doesn't show anything. But if you're a true fan and an honest person, you want to see the totality of circumstances, all the evidence, and then you'll make a good judgment.
On the angle from behind, it definitely, you really can't see the contact, and then it just looks like he trips himself on the grass.
Nowadays, it doesn't matter. You have to look at everything that the TV is giving you, and that's why we have the VAR. The VAR exists because of.
He looked at it for a while.
Yeah, and
I think it's the right call at the end of the day, but.
And if he saw
Paulinho, let's be honest here. Also, Paulinho, this is a decision that is definitely in his wheelhouse. The dive, he's definitely one for a dive. That's for sure. So
I get it.
It's not out of his character,
Chris, if you go at full steam, if you're going, at full speed, and somebody just barely touches you like this, what's going to happen? You're going to fall.
For sure. Porro, my other favorite diver, Porro. Porro had like four to five dives in this game. Some were fouls, some were dives. The ref got all of them wrong because he never knows if there's actually contact or not, or if it's just Poro diving. He's getting less calls now, I feel like, because
No, he only took
more
one
unclear.
step. No.
And he got recklessly tackled, too, and they did no yellow. Like, the refs don't know what to do about Poro now. He's, like, faked them out too much.
Paul Silva is saying 2 steps. He only took 1 step. The second step, he never took it.
It's like 1.5.
Yeah, he never took 2 steps.
I'm rewatching it right now. The thing is with me, I'm kind of the same. Yeah, he only takes 1 step. I'm of the same opinion. Like, I get it. You're right though. If you're going at full steam, you get a little contact. It's hard to stay on your feet at that. But it looks
listen, if he took the second step with his right foot, there's no argument. Then he dove. But in this case, he took the first step with his left leg, the one that wasn't touched. The right leg was touched, and he never took the step porque aí houve desequilíbrio. A good enough touch for him to fall. If you don't see it that way, then go to the park with your friends and attempt the same play.
I get it. I think I agree. It's the right call at the end of the day. It's a penalty. I also think if it's against us, we're a bit more pissed off about it. But I also think we're accepting of it. Like, okay, there's a little bit of contact. That's it. I don't see the big polemica behind this because, I mean, there's clearly contact. You can't argue that there is no contact. The thing that the rivals and the Passos want to tweet about or want to complain about is just simply how soft or how much contact there is. But it's clear. Like, the more I watch it, it's then that angle, there's this front angle where it seems like his leg went over the keeper's leg. But then I also
wonder.
People wonder how Porto won so many championships in the 80s and the 90s. It was this way. Every call was in their favor. No one double checked it, and then they won goddamn 20 championships. Fruta.
Shit, Taremi's still doing it.
Yeah, and they still Fruta. They got Vieira out of the corruption. Now we have Pinto Costa back. I hate to say it, but until that man doesn't get out of Portuguese soccer, corruption will always exist.
He's going down soon.
Oh, but they're controlling the Portuguese soccer again, the Football Club Porto. Every call is in their favor.
His days are numbered. I've been saying that for the last ever since Vieira. My confidence in him one day catching it soon it has definitely gone up a lot.
No. Ele vai morrer antes de before all that happens.
Olha, ainda vais tu morrer e eu e o Chris antes que ele morra.
How old is he?
Podes ter razão.
He's old, bro. 80-something.
80-something. His girlfriend, I think, is younger than me, though. What a fucking G. Respect to that guy.
84.
Nah, Juice Box Leal, I don't agree. Because all it takes and if you played soccer, you know what I'm talking about. Even basketball and any contact sport, sometimes when you go into full speed and you feel a little touch.
Yeah, but like the off balance, run when you're leaning forward, but you're still running. All he would have needed to do is do that for 2 steps, and as he's falling, slide and just kick the ball into the open net.
After the fact, I can give you another example too. Monday quarterbacking is goddamn easy, but I see why.
But do you think if he tries to stay on his feet and stumbles a little bit and then doesn't score, do they call it? Do they not call it?
Why would he try to stay on your feet when you know clearly if you fall, you're going to get the PK and not get hurt?
Because you're hungry for goals and you're a bloodthirsty killer.
No. No.
I also agree where I think because he feels the contact, he goes down because that ball is getting away. It's a heavy touch.
Yeah.
I think it's smart because if you know that the VAR is going to look at it and the contact's there.
I don't think he's goddamn. You're giving him too much credit. You really think at that moment he's thinking, "Oh, VAR is going to look at it"?
There's no point in diving. No, there's literally no point in diving because if they call it, they're just going to look at it and then take it back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If there's no contact there, him diving is totally pointless because then he's never going to get to the ball and he's also never going to get a PK. So
Chris,
I honestly think that he knows that he's good.
No, I know, but Chris, I don't think at that specific moment Paulinho was that smart and that fast thinking. I'm going to fall
No, I
perfectly.
think they all know this. I think they all know this.
Yeah,
when they're in the box.
At that moment, they feel the touch and they fall. And sometimes,
yeah, especially in the box because they know if there's video and there's like a foot to foot and there's like a slow mo that they're gonna be able to get it.
And how many times
Taremi has mastered like getting his foot in like when a guy's clearing the ball. So then he ends up kicking your foot. He's gotten like 2 PKs from doing that. Like there's ways to like, it's not like gaming the system. It's just like being smart about like knowing the criteria that they're looking for and then making it happen. Or if it does happen, just he feels the contact on his foot go down. It's a PK 100% of the time because he calls it for diving. He calls me offside. It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, the right thing's going to be done, right?
How many times have we criticized players that didn't foul a specific player and then we end up suffering a goal in the midfield? Epá, tinha que matar ali a jogada. He should have tackled him. He should have done something, and nothing happened. And when we get upset, so Paulinho did the proper thing, and he's still getting shit from it. I mean, we need to make up our minds. Either our players get smart, or they stupid and try to stay in balance to score a goal, No,
it's smart. It's smart.
Yeah.
But
I mean, at the end of the day, it's the right
just,
decision. Right?
Yeah,
you got the penalty
right
for the
decision.
goal.
Would this be a PK in the Premier League? I doubt it.
I mean, if you watch the Benfica game today, Darwin Núñez got a wake-up call because he probably went down about 8 times. Got about 2 calls, but in Portugal, I think he probably would have gotten 6.
The whole team, not only him.
He might have even gotten that penalty on Van Dijk. He might have even got that penalty in Portugal. My man, he was all over the ground today and was getting no calls whatsoever.
Yeah. I didn't watch the whole game because I kept on going back and forth with the handball game.
To be fair, it's a good game, but it's just going down every time.
Yeah, I mean, it's not only Benfica that couldn't keep up with Liverpool. We couldn't keep up with them. Porto lost against them at home, I believe 5-1.
Yeah.
So
they didn't embarrass themselves at all. They put up a good fight, I thought.
It's a different league, and Benfica played the way that Sporting should have played against Manchester City at home. Drop the lines and counterattack. And Benfica tried, and they almost succeeded. But Liverpool is just a very good team. Very good team.
Yeah, one of the best in the world.
At second place, 1 point away from Manchester City, which they played this Saturday. What a classico.
Apparently, though, I heard my dad told me this. I don't know how true it is. Liverpool might drop 3 points because for 20 seconds they had 12 men on the pitch their last game. Whoever they faced.
No,
that's what he was saying. Bayern Munich. That's Bayern Munich.
Oh, my dad's on crack then.
But he's right. That might happen, but just the wrong
against
team.
Bayern. Yeah, but Bayern is like 20 points ahead, so it doesn't even matter.
That's why they might do it.
Yeah, exactly. They probably will do it because of that.
It sounds like the corruption that Portugal was blamed for, and then they deducted points when they had 25 points in advance.
Oh, they're only 9 points ahead, so it could be 6.
Oh, okay.
I hope they do it to make it a little interesting.
Who's in second? Dortmund?
Yeah.
All right. Next talking point in this game, a slight one, but I want both of your opinions on it. Next game. I mean, there's really 2 players we can drop, but the main one, Ugarte over Paulinho. Who are you starting? Matheus Nunes, I think, is untouchable.
Well, he's now suspended for another soft yellow card.
Depending on the game.
Let's forget that happened. Let's say, Matheus Nunes can play. Who would you rather beside him, Ugarte or Paulinho? I know you're saying depending on the game. I agree with you, Steph. Every game demands different tactics. Some games might even be better Ugarte and Paulinho. But we're talking absolutes right now. I want a definitive answer from you.
We have 7 games left. All 7 games we need to win, including the one for Taça Portugal against Futebol Clube Porto de 21 de Abril. So with that said, I will play Ugarte because we need offensive playing, and he's at this point in time his form is better than Paulinho. Paulinho, let's not forget, he was suspended for a little while. Then he had an injury, so his rhythm is off. So I will play Ugarte just because we need a more offensive number 6.
How about you, Chris?
Yeah, I definitely feel Steph, but I have to go Paulinho. I feel like he has 7 games left at the club, and I think I would like to see him. I would both like to see him finish his career on a high with the club, by playing in the Taça de Portugal final and winning it, and just also not letting his value drop to the lowest point it's been in the last 2 years, right before we are guaranteed to sell him, which would suck. So
I thought we were talking about. I thought we were talking about which player will we play because he's better at this moment, not because of sentimental value. Because if that's the case, I don't want Paulinho, I want Slimani. I want Paulinho as well, and not Ugarte. But I'm saying, who's kicking rocks now? Who's doing the best? It's Ugarte.
Ugarte's playing better. Ugarte's playing better.
If you're the coach now, you got to put Ugarte. I mean, I love Paulinho as well. I never said I didn't, but he's playing better than Paulinho. Why would you put Paulinho when he's not playing as well as Ugarte? Don't you guys want to win games? I don't get this. I don't get you, Chris.
He'll figure it out. I also Steph, I really don't think all of these league games that mean that much at the end of the day. They're not.
We can think like that. You cannot.
No, for now, no, not until the title's clinched. But there could be 2-3 games at the end of the season that literally. Don't
Braga is playing fucking hot. Braga. I don't know what they did, but they playing better without Galeno.
Steroids.
Since Galeno left, they went to formação just like Sporting, and they have a couple kids besides Vitinha, the left winger is amazing too. So I don't see Porto winning against Braga at all. I don't see Porto winning against Benfica. Benfica is not going to open their legs for them in Estádio da Luz. There's no fucking way. So we got to win our games. But I think we have a shot.
For sure.
I think we have a shot. I'm telling you, I have a feeling we're going to be big champions. This is just me.
With Ugarte?
Of course. Paulinho.
Okay, we can talk about that stretch of games later on because there are some games where Porto can drop points, but at the same time, that's 56 undefeated or something, right? With the Santa Clara win on Monday. Or sorry, was it Monday? Yeah, it was Monday.
They tied with Benfica from 1956 or something like that. Yeah,
it's impressive to say.
I don't give a fuck about these records, seriously.
Well, they're gonna have to lose 2, and they haven't lost 1 in the last year and a half.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing. But we'll get into that in a second. I agree with you though, Steph. At this moment. Though Paulinho showed me flashes this game, there was that one tackle where he won.
He'll get it back. He's also been out of rhythm. I feel like because of the suspension, the injury, He's just been choppy all season.
He needs minutes.
Now he's suspended again.
He needs minutes. But if I have to, I mean, Paulinho I think is out next game, right? Because of this.
What about there with the B team, bro? The B team can't get a fucking result, man.
No, fuck that. They should start. But fifth yellow card. Yeah, exactly. So he's not going to play next game regardless. But if he could, I would start Ugarte and have Paulinho coming off the bench. Hopefully to secure us a result.
Yeah,
Still, I think Paulinho can help us out. I definitely think Paulinho needs minutes under him because it's been a long time without him playing, which is why he hasn't been called up for Portugal. And we can get into that also in a bit too. But right now I'm starting Ugarte. So we'll go 2-1. My other one, and we'll make it, I think this one might be quicker, but still another debate. Pot or Marcus Edwards, because these last few cameos Marcus Edwards have had, it's been impressive. Like Steph mentioned earlier, the fucking little flick through the guy's legs where Matheus Nunes big save, but Matheus Nunes almost scored. I thought the kid was going to be all hype. I'm not going to lie. I thought we were paying an English tax on him. I said multiple times on this podcast, we don't necessarily need him. Jovan might be better. The kid is making me. I'm quiet currently. A fellow short king, may I add. So, what do you guys think, Pot or Marcus Edwards?
But we know he's been. I feel like his problem has been consistency, and these cameo appearances are definitely well suited for him as opposed to being a 90-minute type of guy, which is honestly what the problem for Pot is right now. So maybe if they swap the roles for a game and to see what happens, bring Pot off the bench. see how Edwards does for like 70 minutes from the start. But I feel like Edwards is just so primed for these like energetic cameos off the bench against tired legs, you know.
Against tired, yeah, exactly. I agree. I think Bot is still a starter, but what about you, Steph? You're on mute. I think you're on mute. I don't hear you, at least.
He's on unplugged headphone.
Can you hear me now?
There we go.
Okay.
Yep.
I have these red headphones. Maybe that's why.
There's your problem. They're red, bro.
Yeah.
Não tenha verde, caralho.
Yeah, I know. I like Liverpool. But no, actually, I was rooting for Benfica to give us more points. I don't want to lose the sixth spot in the UEFA rankings. I wouldn't mind. Off topic. I wouldn't mind Benfica and Braga getting all the way to the final, and of course, at the final to lose it. Of course,
I'd mind that a lot. I mind Benfica being in the quarterfinals.
No, I would mind because we need the points because it means money.
That'd be a hell of a run. That'd be a hell of a run if they made it to the final.
It's not gonna happen.
Thank God.
Yeah. So yeah, I agree. Pot should start because Pot is a playmaker, even though he's off form big time because he got an excellent cross inside the box, in the middle of the box. Last year he would have scored. This year he skied the ball.
He would have hit the target last year, at the very least.
Big time. Edwards is a phenomenal player. He reminds me of a player from Football Club Portuguese. I don't know if you guys remember. It's not your time. But every time he came in, he was so dangerous because the players were already exhausted, tired, and he makes a difference.
Reminds me of Jovan Cabral when he first came onto the scene. Every cameo off the bench was a fucking electric experience.
But I think he could be a starter next year for sure. And if Pot doesn't put his shit together, he might sell his spot. He might, because Ruben Amorim is not the kind of coach that says, "Oh, I'm going to give you another chance." No, if he sees that in practice he's playing better and stuff like that, then he might start. I agree with Jim Reyes. He reminds me of Podence. Yeah, a merda de Podence. Yeah. I forgot the apple podre.
Yeah. Sorry, Steph. Who did you say your man of the match was? I think we've pretty much covered everything from this game.
The man of the match was Ugarte for me.
Ugarte. How about you, Chris?
I'm gonna have to go Sarabia.
I'm going to be different from all three because I was also going to go with Sarabia. I'm going to give it to Nuno Santos only because I don't give him enough love on left wing back.
That might be the highest rating of any Sporting player all season.
I'm shocked when I got on here and I seen a 9.0, but that's because he has oh no, it wasn't an assist. It was a penalty. So, yeah, I'm shocked personally because when we were under the cosh, a lot of it was coming from the left side.
It was like one goal. He had three to five through balls, a bunch of dribbles completed.
Oh, I think like Juice Paxilial said, defensively he's not that good.
No,
but this game he was pretty good.
He got locked down today. Was that him, or was it just them being inept offensively, or was that Nuno Santos locking him down?
Yeah, defensively and
everyone
defensively,
else.
He was pretty good, and maybe that's why he got a rating of 9.0.
Fox.
If we could get Nunez back, that would be nice.
Agreed. Let me pull up the fixture list here because since we brought it up earlier. But so when it comes to Porto and their fixtures, their next game is away to Guimarães. So let me pull it up here. Away to Guimarães. This is what I'm saying. I think we're hopeless. Like I said, like Chris was mentioning. They didn't lose in 56 games. I don't see them losing more than 2 in the next 6 games left, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But they have Guimarães this Sunday away. Later on, they'll have Braga. We all know Portimonense at home is a win.
They're in the worst form of any team in the second half of the season. If you made a table of just the second half, they would be in last.
Simba. Sorry, was I muted? I hope I was muted for that.
No.
You weren't. Good
my
boy.
bad.
Bad boy, actually.
My dog, he keeps licking himself, bro. This guy's getting like a skin infection and shit like that. I'm still waiting for the cone. Sorry for that, boys.
Like you never done that to yourself.
No, poor thing. But anyways, they have Braga away, and then they have to still play Benfica away. I'm pretty sure by the time they play Benfica, they've already clinched the title. And I'm hoping that they just lose there just to lose like their undefeated streak and stuff like we did last season. But there's a chance. These are games where they can easily drop points. It's definitely a tougher fixture list.
They lose to us after being up 2-1. They lose by 2 goals and are all demoralized after that.
Yeah.
The pressure gets even hotter for the Braga game 3 days after. I don't know.
What's Vizela saying right now? Are they close to the bottom or are they pretty much safe? I think they're pretty much safe.
They're
right?
safe. They're safe.
They're like 10th or something.
Let's see. Not yet.
You can just click standings right on the tab that you're in, right?
Yes, I can. Sorry, you're right. Vizela 29 points, Tondela 25, so 4 points. They might be fighting for survival. I mean, hopefully we beat Tondela, so there's a chance there. Definitely not getting relegated.
Damn, Moreira is in big trouble, man.
Yeah.
Tondela, Bolnes, or BSAD and Moreirense all won this weekend, right?
No, Moreirense lost to Guimarães.
Oh, Moreirense lost? Okay, so it was just BSAD.
BSAD won, yeah.
BSAD, and Aruca.
And Aruca, yeah.
Yeah, everybody else won except Moreirense.
Yeah, they're just.
Pinto had to hear it. But again, it was a home game, but tough against Guimarães. It was a 1-0 loss. Guimarães, I mean, they're not really fighting for.
No.
Yeah, not really.
No, they're in good shape.
Much long gone for Europa.
They got 39 points. Yeah, they clinched the Permanência.
No, yeah, I'm more so wondering if they might have a chance for that 7 points from Gil Vicente for Europa League.
No, they're not going to make it. It's a conference league.
Conference league. Yes, yeah. You're right.
And they will get in because assuming that either Porto or Sporting wins the cup, Portuguese Cup, then they would get in.
Unless it's Tondela.
Because they won 3-0 against Mafra.
Yeah. So there's a chance, Steph. You're saying we're going to be bicampeões, correct?
I'm saying we're going to be bicampeões, even though Porto is playing phenomenal football. They are super confident. I don't think they will win against Braga. I don't think they will win against Benfica. And I think that against Guimarães it'll be a tie. But we have to do our job. The problem is not Porto dropping points. It's us also not dropping points. So it has to be all the stars lined up, and I think God is against corruption and he'll smile at Sporting and he'll let us be campeões because I'm sick and tired of this Porto corrupt club. I am, seriously. They got away with it for way too long. I hate their friends just because we have enough evidence on YouTube that you could go and scroll and have fun. It might take you a whole week or 2 weeks to watch the whole thing. But Porto got caught in corruption. And just because of the judicial system in Portugal back then sucked, and they still do anyway.
It's the same one now.
Yeah, it's the same one now. They never got punished. They should have been removed at least 10 to 12 championships. And they got away with it. And people think it's funny, the fruta and prostituição. And that's the one thing I admire about one of the only things I'm out about Fernandes. If he reminds them once in a while that Porto is a corrupt club, and I'll never forget it. Never. And I have no respect for that club until Pinto Costa is there. I have respect for the club, but not for Pinto Costa. Yeah, I think he did a lot of damage to Portuguese soccer. And
what did you think of Gonçalo Inácio and Mateus Nunes walking out of their way, sort of, to shake his hand when they were training at the Dragão? Do you see that?
They walked away?
Ronaldo gave him a hug. No, they shook his hand.
I mean, you have to.
But they kind of went out of, they could have definitely kept walking, but they kind of went out of their way to shake his hand. And I was like,
classy.
I don't know what to make of that.
I get it because
It's nitpicky, but
he's
kinda
the
funny.
host. He's the host. He
Who's-
is the. You still you could disagree with certain things, but you still have to be respectful. I mean,
Yeah.
if I saw Pinto Costa, and I would be capable enough to regain my composure and shake his hand. Not because I want to shake his hand, but if he came and he wanted to shake my hand for some reason because he came through customs at Philadelphia, I'm going to be respectful. But it's
I'd
not.
take a pic with him. It'd be hilarious.
But
I'll pretend like I was a Portista for like 2 minutes.
2 seconds. Yeah. But my opinion will never change. They did win. They did win championships via corruption, and they know it too. They just won't admit it because it hurts them.
Portuguese fans of any club don't like admitting like anything really. Anything.
Listen, I'll be the first one as Sportingista to admit it.
Sporting is the fan base that is willing to admit things the most, for sure.
If Sporting did win competitions by corruption, they should take it away from us. That's simple. I'm not flinching about it. In soccer, I doubt it because we only win every 19 years. So in soccer, I doubt that. Even in Gas Cardinal, I think we finished in 4th or 5th place. So when they bring that up, it's laughable because it's like, fuck, we didn't win the championship. What are you talking about? Ucash ball, if it's proven that we did cheat, take it away. Those championships we won in handball. I'm not against
I don't think cash ball is real.
I don't think so too.
I think it's been proven that it's not, right?
Yeah, cash ball's been proven. Yeah.
But the difference between us, Benfiquistas, and Portistas is the following. When some people got involved in corruption at Sporting kicked them out. Portistas and Benfiquistas, not all, of course, they applauded like they liked it. So that's the difference between us and them. We had.
It's not like Vieira's kicked out. I mean, he still goes to the Luz and watches the games in the Tribuna, and Paul Gonçalves is still working for the club basically in unofficial capacities as an intermediary. He still goes to the Luz. So even if you get punished, nothing actually happens to you.
Yeah, it's a shame. Like I mean, look at. But I had Benfiquistas telling me in my face, I just want to win. It doesn't matter how.
I mean,
friends of mine
will tell you the same thing. They say, I will work with George Mendes. Like I will do anything. We will whatever. I don't give a fuck if he gives
George Mendes is one thing,
win,
but George
I don't care. No, they're like, if he gives us players and we win, I don't care.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about even if they win via corruption, they'll take the win. It doesn't matter. I've had Portistas and Benfiquistas that said to my face, eu quero ganhar que se foda. Se a corrupção é por meio golo, eu quero ganhar. And that's not the way I am. I'll never say that. I don't want to win via corruption. It was embarrassing to me when they mentioned cash ball and Sporting was associated to it. To me, it was embarrassing. And again, if they prove it that we won via corruption, take away the titles. We don't deserve them. Yeah.
In fact, we basically kicked out a president solely off like murmurs of corruption, right? I mean,
yeah, we kicked out not only one.
Not only one.
O Bigodes, Gonçalves.
I'm saying Bruno Carvalho in general, like cash ball and then everything else. That basically, we kicked them out right away. We didn't even hesitate.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Jorge Gonçalves, o Bigodes, and what was the other guy? Cristóvão, get a vice-president. We kicked them out too right away. As soon as they said he's involved in corruption, we kicked them out. Portistas and Benfiquistas, they kept them because they were winning titles. It doesn't matter how, but they were winning titles. So that's the difference between Sportingistas, Benfiquistas, and Portistas, and not all, of course, because I have we have a lot of Benfiquista fans and Portistas that they think like we do.
Agreed. Steph, you're saying bicampeão. I'm going to say Taça Portugal winner, an honorable second place, 3 points, 3 point second place.
Dobradinha. Yep.
And so you're saying that beautiful, Steph. I hope you're right. How about you, Chris? Trophyless? Or Taça Liga, I should say?
Yeah, I'm going to have to say campeão de inverno.
I'll
for the
take that any day of the week, though.
22 season.
Let's start talking a bit more about
And the
22,
Supertaça.
and Supertaça.
Right?
I almost forgot.
Yeah.
Looking just slightly ahead, 22-23, a name that was touted today. Christian, take it away. I'm not even going to try to pronounce my boy's name right here.
Anastasios Bakasetas?
12 million.
Bakasetas?
That sounds about right. 12 million, 8 goals, 4 assists. What's in all comps? Is that 2? 8 goals, 8 assists in all comps. Transport, top of the league, at least in Turkey. 12 million, though. I mean, of course, we're not scouts. We've probably just all heard of him today. Left-footed. Any quick thoughts on him, boys?
The fact that he's left-footed makes me think that the rumor is more legit.
Yeah.
I don't know him at all.
Me neither.
Apparently, he's the captain of Greece, but the Greece national team has been pretty underwhelming in recent years. So that can't say.
I guess I don't know. I guess our scouting team has been watching him, and maybe they know a little bit more. And then Mourinho liked him, watching tapes, or I don't know. But if Mourinho's saying okay, then it's okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're gonna lose some people this summer, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see because Slimani is probably going to stay on for another year, right? I think at least.
So.
Yeah. We signed up for a year and a half.
Now we have 3 strikers. Thiago Tomás isn't coming back. He's going to be on loan to Stuttgart still.
And he's doing great. He's doing great.
Exactly.
I don't even know if he'd be coming back anyways.
Hey, it's
but
14 million.
I also agree. I don't know if he's going to come back either. Me and Christian did some YouTube scouting just prior. He has a nice left foot. Good free kicks. I think he loves the header. At least it seemed like it from the YouTube clips. Of course, I can look sick on YouTube with my highlights of men's league, but it's gonna be interesting to see. I'm more so like interested on the price. Sorry, what's the boy from Santa Clara's name again? Morita? No.
Something Morita, yeah.
Morita.
Just one R. There he is. The other rumor that doesn't want to go away, Morita from Santa Clara, CM. 22 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist. There are 2 goals in all comps. Possible Padinha replacement. What do you guys think?
Is he a number 6?
He's a 6/8, but he's played more as a 6 for Santa Clara.
He's been having a phenomenal season at Santa Clara. I think he's 26, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 26. Yeah. So this could be one of his last shots of having a great contract, and I think that's why he's keeping the pressure on Santa Clara, staff. So I've seen a few of his games, and he's pretty good. I like it. I like him.
How do you feel about? Because it's not racist. I kind of see where Juicebox is coming from. The language barrier isn't different.
But I guess Edwards. I mean, do you think he speaks English at least?
He probably understands Portuguese at this point. But
scroll down, Danny, on the screen chat. How long has he been at Santa Clara?
He's been at Santa Clara.
It says at the bottom.
For just since 2021, January 2021. He might know some Portuguese. That's a good point.
He knows the curses. He knows the curses.
He knows the caralho, the foda. That's true. Hey, and you know what? Now that I think of it, living in Açores in Ponta Delgada with that heavy accent, he might know better Portuguese than most, bro. he can clearly adapt. We saw Mourinho speak English perfectly in the Champions League. Yeah, I mean, I think most of the squad will speak English anyways.
I want to see Edwards get better at Portuguese so we can hear him speak a Bas Doss-ish Portuguese.
Exactly. Edwards doesn't speak any much Portuguese at all.
Well, we don't know that. I'm sure he speaks some Portuguese. I'm sure he understands some Portuguese. He's been a good age for 2 seasons. He fucking better.
Like Slimani.
He's just an English brat.
Slimani speaks Portuguese, but he's been away for a while, and he sounds like uma vaca espanhola.
Yeah, so I mean, those are the main two things to keep in mind in the rumors, at least, that have been circulating, and of course, Poru and stuff like that. Still not over the line, but Vinagre is for some reason.
I don't know. I go back and forth of whether or not Poro is staying or not.
He has to, man.
Nah,
it wouldn't make sense.
We have to buy him, even if we.
Oh no!
him.
I mean, I know we'll buy him, but will we just sell him?
Yeah, I think so. If somebody says 20 million,
well, that's what I'm saying.
That Real Madrid rumor doesn't go away at this point.
Is he going to be on the team next season or not?
We already fucked up with Potts, to tell the truth. When Potts scored 23 goals last year, that's when we should have sold him.
You can say the same with Palinha too.
We always make these same mistakes in Portugal.
But I wouldn't have sold Palinha though.
I wouldn't have sold Pot either.
Pot I would have. Because he's never going to score 23 goals again. Never.
He's another one. He's another one who's also been injured a lot this season, and he's still our second top goal scorer. Sarabia just passed him for all comps. I think Sarabia just scored 15, and Pot's on 14, and Pot has missed more games than Sarabia.
But you get it.
But he's not as consistent.
Our club is a club that needs to sell every year. Not only Sporting, but Benfica and Porto, the same thing. So when a player is at the peak of his game in one season, that's when we got to sell them. I'm not saying the whole team.
No, I agree.
We could have made a lot of money with Pot alone and kept Palinha. But I agree, Palinha should have been sold last year as well.
But I also see why we kept them too, because we're trying to defend our title at this point.
And we weren't sure about Ugarte. We weren't sure about
Ugarte. Yeah. That's true. I think I feel like he might be out the door. But with that being said, I feel like we might make the same mistake even with Mateus Nunes. I still think we're gonna sell him, but if we don't sell him, I feel like we might have the same conversation this time next year.
Oh, Mateus Nunes.
I think he's gone now.
But I think he's gone. Pep Guardiola is way too interested. Portuguese international at this point. I agree. I think he's gone. But if we don't sell him, because I mean, if we think about it, Palinha I think is gone.
And who's coming?
I can't think of anybody else. Maybe Poro.
Who's coming behind Palinha? Who? I said Ugarte is a sure thing.
Oh, okay. Maybe Bragança.
No. Okay, no.
Maybe
Bragança is a playmaker. Who's the youngster that we've been prepping?
Oh, he's got Sugu.
Exactly. Have you seen him play? This guy, I didn't know he was so big. He's big. It's damn.
I was watching a bit of the podcast that they threw out today with the Sugu, and there was a tweet that was like because his legs are massive, right? They're like estas pernas de 6 anos. It's like cada perna tem 16 anos sort of thing, you know what I mean? But yeah, all right. Quick touch on the international break. Portugal, shocking to my surprise, making the World Cup. I want to ask you boys about your thoughts on the Turkey game and the Macedonia game, where we've seen Ristovski reunite with Bruno Fernandes and essentially give him an assist for the first goal. Steph, I'll start it off with you, though. What are your thoughts on those last two games with Portugal, and your thoughts even on the group? Let me pull them up right now because I even forget them. But it's Uruguay, Ghana, and who else?
South Korea.
South Korea, exactly. Yeah. Brett, what were your thoughts on the fixtures stuff?
Well, against Turkey, we complicated the game when it could have been an easy game. And Fernando Santos is too conservative. We have a massive amount of good players. Massive. And he refuses to retire the veterans. You have to keep a few. But there's nothing in the playbook that doesn't say they could ride the bench. At one point, Ronaldo should have come out. I love Ronaldo, but we have a guy called André Silva. He's having a phenomenal season in Germany, and he's never given a chance. Why not? And I'm Sportingista, die hard, bro. I love my Sporting. I'm always going to be Sportingista. but I see it the way it is, um, and repeating the same, putting the same players over and over and over. Moutinho cannot last 90 minutes. He can't. He has to substitute if he wants to use him from the get go. He has to replace him in the second half right away. We have a Putsamat Vitinha. The guy is good, but you don't. If you don't give him the confidence that he deserves, then he's not going to play well. They called Inácio for what? Just to go to Porto comer uma francesinha.
For this.
You're telling me that Inácio is not better than what's his name?
Danilo.
Daniel Pereira? Come on. That's his position, center back. And he has a great vision of the game. He's great in construction of the game, better than Danilo. And he puts Danilo. Why? Because he trusts the veterans. And he's all about that. And if we go with that mentality into the World Cup, we're not even going to pass the group phase.
The thing that pissed me off about Inácio, sorry, Steph.
No, it's fine.
Pep was out that first game. We called Thiago Jalot as a last-minute resortment, and he made the squad or the bench, and Inácio was out of it.
Yeah.
Makes no fucking sense.
No, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. And then the game against Macedonia, I kind of knew we were going to win it. I didn't see Macedonia winning against two top teams. You know, they went against Italy.
We got fucking lucky.
Wow, I don't know how they went against Italy. And I even told my father, because I called him almost every day, and I said, hey, there's no way they're going to win against Portugal. They're exhausted. They are exhausted. They gave it all in Italy.
And Rostovsky gave us a fucking free goal.
and then after the game said, Portugal wins the World Cup.
Yeah, I was like, dude, you're gonna get investigated. You're gonna get investigated for match fixing, my man.
Yeah, he said, hey, my son was born here. He's Portuguese.
Portuguese.
Bro, he's gonna get a knock at his door.
Até os benfiquistas e portistas gostam dele. But yeah, I mean, the Turkish game could have been a bit complicated if they scored the PK. Thank goodness he missed it, and then
oh my god! If that game went to extra time,
holy shit!
God, it probably should have. We deserved the fucking. We fucked the fucking lead up so bad.
Mm-hmm. But I gotta tell you, Matheus Nunes again proving to Fernando Santos that.
I thought Rafael Leão came in really good in that game too.
He did too.
I was like, yo.
Fernando Santos needs to retire, man. He's killing this generation. Have you seen our sub-21 play? They spanked Greece. Greece was in first place of their group for the European 21, sub-21, under 21. And they went to Greece and they won 4-0. Without Inácio, without Rafael Leão, without Vitinha. And they spanked them. They were in first place of our group. We have phenomenal players, and Fernando Santos, he picks always the same old farts. He has to grow a pair of balls for the World Cup and call the best performers, the best players performing. He has to stop having that mentality.
I guess he deserves some credit though for one benching Rui Patricio. Which I honestly didn't think that he was. I didn't think he was going to do it. I thought he was just going to roll with who he normally rolls with, even though he's probably not the most in form. But he started Diogo Costa, who I thought was good, was fine. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I guess what happens there going forward, if that's going to stay like that. If Diogo Costa is going to start the World Cup.
Diogo Costa, I agree, because he plays better with his feet. He's an impeccable.
And also Otavio, who is kind of new-ish to the system, and he's started. So I guess some credit for that. But
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I agree. Otavio played well both games.
Ronaldo for 180 minutes it's tough to defend that. Because, there are definitely some moments, especially that Macedonia game, where it's like, all right, get him out of there. Give someone else a chance.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Moutinho at all. I think he's done and over with. I don't think Williams Carvalho should even been called to the national team. He's just taking somebody else's spot. That's much better.
Hopefully,
than
Renato is healthy for the World Cup. I think he'll be very important.
Who?
Renato Sanchez.
William did score a nice goal this weekend, though, for Betis.
He did.
But he doesn't belong to the national team anymore.
I don't think so anymore. But
he plays for Betis.
Danilo doesn't either.
Agreed. He plays for Betis, and you said it all. He plays, and I'll say it again. He plays for Betis. You made it sound like
Betis.
They're not a horrible club.
They're not fighting for anything. They're just fighting to stay in the first division of the Spanish league. That's what I'm trying to say.
They're fighting for Europa.
They're higher.
There's no pressure. There's no pressure in that club.
That I agree.
Yeah.
The only pressure they have is to beat Sevilla every season. That's about it.
That's it. And maybe clinch it, Liga Europa, and that's it.
They're in fifth. They're in fifth
place.
Points ahead Sociedad, and Sociedad have had a good season too. Ahead of Villarreal, about 8 points. They're doing okay this season. I know Pellegrini's having them play well. They're 4 points off Champions League right now. But yes, I agree, Steph. There is no pressure because if they make Champions League, it's like it's a plus,
Yeah. And imagine playing the World Cup on the left wing with Nunez. Mm-hmm. On the right wing, let's play the game of our dream team for the Portuguese league. But there's one twist on this. The three of us, we have to agree. Okay. So left wing.
Wait, for the national team?
For the national team. The left wing, I say.
Wait. Let's start in goal. In goal.
Gil
Costa. Okay.
Yeah.
Gil Costa.
I hear you, Juice Box, but Gil Costa's.
He's my backup. He's my backup.
No.
He's my third string.
José Sá, não. O José Sá para Gil Costa, nem pense. É do Porto, mas não quer saber. He's much better.
Yo, you gotta look at his stats for Wolves. The expected goals that he has saved is like the highest in the league. It's actually insane.
Have you seen this guy play, Gil Costa? He's full of confidence.
No, I agree. I agree, but Sá's got to be in the squad.
With this feed and Sá, second one. Don't call Rui Patricio. I
was gonna say. Rui Patricio might not even make my list because Anthony Lopes might get third, or even our boy Luis Max, but it might be too early for Luis Max. I don't want to seem biased, so I'll just say Anthony Lopes might get third.
Yeah. Anthony Lopes, definitely the 3 goal keepers. I would call, like you said, Gil Costa, Sá, and Anthony Lopes. O Rui Patricio fica em casa a ver o World Cup.
But anyways, let's just do the lineup. So left wing back.
We picking 2?
Men's. Well, I thought men's played better than Guerreiro, and I just rate men's overall.
So it would be men's and Guerreiro, but the starter for me would be men's.
Yeah.
But Guerreiro is the backup.
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right back?
Right back without Gonçalo. There's no one better than him.
Who?
Gonçalo.
Gonçalo who?
Cancelo.
Cancelo.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Cancelo right back, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you meant Gonçalo Inácio for a second. My bad.
No.
Cancelo, who's his backup?
Dalot.
I
prefer Cedric.
Semedo.
Cedric is playing well at Arsenal.
Semedo,
yeah. Semedo's doing. I haven't kept track of.
Semedo's done. And I think Cedric is done too. I think he might go with Dalot.
He's having a good season at Arsenal. I think he's doing better than Dalot, but I hear you. Maybe this time in November, Dalot, Ricard Pereira, but he's always injured, so we'll see.
The thing that Dalot has as an advantage to Semedo and Cedric is his height.
Yeah, that's true. He's an okay crosser of the ball too. Like he's played as a winger before. He has a good
would be Cancelo to start, and then
for sure,
and then debatable with Cedric com Dalot.
Yeah. Center backs. Who's starting?
Pereira. Então, espera aí momento. The right back, Pereira.
Yeah, he's always injured. That's the only issue.
Yeah. He's prone.
If healthy, I'll take him. If healthy,
Yeah.
I'll take
Yeah,
him.
he's
Sporting
not in
Academy.
form at all. He's played. Yeah, he's not. I'm looking at his stats. He's not in any.
I think
sort
he's
of
just
form.
coming back from
Yeah,
injury.
he
if
went
I'm not mistaken.
to 90 a couple times in February, but that's about it.
Yeah, he's not gonna make it then. No.
It's time for a move from Leicester to Wolves, in my
Yeah.
personal opinion. Or come back home to Sporting. We sell Porto.
Hey, we need money, so
Center backs, Pep
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 for
Diaz.
sure. Yeah,
Pep Diaz. Yeah, fair enough.
for sure. Ruben Diaz, Pep, Inacio,
And one more.
and I would say Salo. No,
It's got to be
Hello.
fun.
Font.
nah, but I wouldn't call Font. Font is done, bro.
It's got to be fun, bro.
I know.
Font's getting called. Let's just put that way.
Yeah.
Or Danilo is getting called.
It shouldn't be Font. It shouldn't be Font. Danilo is not a center back. He plays center back in Paris Saint-Germain, but he's
Sometimes.
actually a number 6.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think of another center back that maybe aside from Jalal, but yeah, I might agree. But anyway, starters, Ruben Dias, Pep for sure. How are we playing? What's our formation? 4-3-3?
3-3, 4-3-3, yeah.
Or 4-4-2? No, yeah, 4-3-3. So 6, who's the number 6? William, Danilo, Palinha. Who else can we
I
throw
guess
in there?
I guess it's probably Danilo, right?
Or William.
I don't think Palinha is going to make the
Please
team
wait.
unless he starts popping off for Wolves in the first half of the Premier League
I think,
season.
I think Palinha might. I think Palinha might sneak in there.
You think so?
I
He
think
could either be
he's just
starting
coming
or
back from
not on the
injury.
team at all. He could be starting
Yeah,
or not on the
exactly.
team at all.
You're talking about number 6? The number 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, our number 6.
So you said who?
It's really I
Yeah.
can't think of anybody other than Palinha, William, or Danilo. And I think it's going to be either William or honestly, Fernando Santos is picking William.
I think Danilo deserves it, and Palinha and William Carvalho could stay in Betis.
I thought Danilo played pretty well against Macedonia.
Yeah, and then it'll be a good alternative for as a center back if we need be.
Fair.
And then William Carvalho can stay in Spain fighting for the 5th place.
Agreed. Midfield or the number 8, number 10. So those next 2.
Bruno.
I'm saying, yeah, Bruno, Matheus Nunes,
Yes.
Moutinho.
I would definitely.
Renato?
I don't think it would be a
Nunes.
smart idea to have both. Yeah, maybe Renato. I don't think it would be a smart idea to have Bruno and Vitinha was what I was going to say.
Moutinho, Danilo, Bruno.
No, I would take away Moutinho. He could stay no Porto como uma francesinha, and Matheus Nunes for sure.
Neves. That's who we're forgetting.
Ruben Neves.
That's who we're forgetting. Ruben Neves, Renato Nunes. No Bruno in there, Juice Box?
No, Bruno will come
Bruno
on
needs
board.
to-
Yeah.
I mean, I hear you guys with João Moutinho, but I hope you guys understand he's starting every single game for Fernando Santos.
I know, but
but this is our team.
if you want to win the World Cup, it's not con Moutinho.
Danilo,
That's fine.
Neves, and Bruno. It sounds good to me.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not even mad at Neves, Nunes, and Bruno, to be honest. Or
Nunes
Neves,
is
Sanchez,
optimistic
and Bruno.
for the start match.
It's
they
not.
won.
It's not.
So
But who knows? He goes to City and he starts tearing it up. Who
True.
knows?
Or
Renat, Neves, and Nunes. That sounds good. Yeah.
Not Neves and Nunes. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
On the left, and then I think our front 3 is Bernardo, Ronaldo, and Jota, right?
That's a good choice. I like that. But Andres Silva.
I really like Leão, man. Off the bench though, probably.
Yeah,
same as Edwards
yeah.
Against tired legs, he's the Edwards role in this.
So
team,
they're
bro.
allowed
He's
to
got
take how many players? 24?
21, I think.
So Leon fits in still.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, Leon's going.
Yeah.
going.
I mean, let's not remember that. Remind ourselves that he owes us money.
bias aside.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
That's
he's
aside.
going to
That's
start
aside.
collecting checks from the national
Bro.
team, so it might help him.
Get
Yeah.
that profile up, secure a transfer
Otavio.
to PSG, get your salary up so that you can pay us.
Yeah.
Otavio's getting a call up too. I liked Otavio this.
Otavio, yes,
call
I
up.
like him too. I like our 3 Brazilians: Pep, Otavio, and Matheus Nunes.
Agreed. So so that's our lineup. Are we first, second, third, fourth?
What?
I don't think there's
In the
any
group.
third place. Is there?
No.
Not yet. Not until the next World Cup. Then there's more teams
Exactly.
and it'll be fucked up. Yeah. So I'm gonna say second. That we go through. We go through it, but second.
Uruguay in first.
Yeah.
I think I'm not gonna say if it's gonna be first or second, just because Portugal is kind of stupid stuff like that. They'll see who we can match up with, and then they might lose purposely so they can finish second. So
we would have to play Brazil if they were to win the group.
Yeah.
We got contra G.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. So yeah, Brazil will finish first for sure.
Probably.
Yeah, they finished with 45 points.
I think their group's probably a bit easier than ours.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
South Korea's. I wouldn't sleep on South Korea or Ghana though. I feel like both those teams could cause us problems.
I think Switzerland will finish second.
Serbia. I think Serbia will finish second. I think Serbia has a good chance to finish first.
No.
Serbia finished first in our group.
Dude,
Mitrovic, Milinkovic, Savic. They have a few boys there.
No. They'll finish second, and Portugal better finish first, and then if we play Serbia, we'll have our chance to get back
for vengeance. I agree. I think we're getting first.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
that would be crazy. I think we're getting first. The surprise in our group is Ghana's getting second. They're getting that revenge.
No.
From World Cup 2010.
Maybe I'm overestimating Uruguay, to be honest, in my head.
I think we are too.
We went out like absolute
Suarez is getting
them. We went out
Suarez
like
is getting
cowards.
Old. Cavani is no longer the Cavani that played 4 years ago against us.
They made it through South America. They lost some games.
I think they had the same amount of points.
Ecuador waltzed through the qualifying this round, but Chile, but they stalled out.
Colombia's out.
Colombia stalled out. Yeah, so it is kind of random who stalls out and who breezes through.
I mean, I spoke to a couple of my friends that Ghanese people, and they said their team just got lucky.
Let me show you guys. There's a report of players that might get called up for them. That they're trying to. Tammy Abraham's one of them. Hudson Odoi's another. Hold on, I liked it this morning for Ghana.
Oh, they're trying to get him in.
They're trying to get a bunch of Ghanaian descent.
Yeah,
I like it. It should be somewhere here. Inake Williams, but he's saying he feels more Basque. Maybe I didn't like it. Okay. But there's some ballers that they can. Oh, right here, Lamptey. He plays for Brighton. Eddie Nketiah from Arsenal. They might get some ballers. They already have some good players too. They have Thomas Partey, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they have some.
They're an okay team. They beat Nigeria. Nigeria is good, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, you saw what happened to their stadium.
Yeah, they weren't happy.
No, they They broke it in pieces.
Quick question for you guys, and I'll give my opinion on mine after. England, Iran, USA, and probably Ukraine, Scotland, or Wales.
I got Wales coming out of that.
I also got Wales coming out of that too.
No.
But I like Ukraine. Ukraine might make it too. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm gonna go Scotland? Definitely England. And believe it or not, I'm about to say something that you guys would never dream of.
Iran.
USA.
Your side. You got Iran over USA. You got Taremi.
USA. After they lost the last game 2-0 with that poor performance, we barely squeezed it through. 25 points, the same as Costa Rica.
Costa Rica needed to win, bro.
Costa Rica needed to win, and we can handle pressure. Our coach sucks. We have so much talent. He doesn't know what to do with that team.
I got USA.
You guys are a young team. I think you guys are the youngest team. You're like average 24 years old or some shit like that.
The Canadians, they have a better chance than the United States, and the Canadians' favorite sport is cricket.
I mean, I agree. No, it's lacrosse, bro.
I was only kidding.
Curling.
I was only kidding.
I know.
But hey, Canada, they look good. They look.
Listen,
good.
I wish I had your guys' group. I think your guys' group. Not saying that it's easy. Iran's a good team. I remember what's his name used to coach there. Queiroz.
Queiroz,
Yeah.
Queiroz.
He made them good. And then if, depending on Ukraine or Wales, whoever makes it through, they're both good teams. But I think England. I think USA. I think you guys at least get second. I even think you guys might top the group.
No.
USA wins the group. Iran second.
No. We're not that
Iran
consistent.
second. I love that.
We're not that consistent. USA might play a great game, and then the remaining two, they'll flop.
Yeah, I hear you, but I don't know. I think you guys might get your shit together by then.
No. Not with that coach. And the coach, you're not going to fire him. It's like for them saying
Swaggiest coach at the World Cup. He's going to be wearing some fly kicks.
That's true.
The U.S., they deserve a European coach that knows what to do with young players and full of talent.
Yeah, he is probably in a little bit over his head at this point. But it's a good
time.
run. Let's see where it goes.
Good run. In fourth place with 25 points. Holy shit.
Third. Fourth place would get you the playoff.
Yeah, third place. Yeah. It was the Canadians.
Last time it was fifth. So it was fifth last time. So improvement.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that is true.
Yeah.
You guys didn't even make it last time.
He's got to fight for his job. Yeah.
And then I'll quickly give him my 2 cents with.
Go with A, B, C, D. Yeah, might as well.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do A, B, C, D. Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, Netherlands. Netherlands tops it.
That's the weakest group. Look at that.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Honestly, the weakest
Any
group
of
I think
those
might be
teams
Group
could
D.
win it.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna pick two. I say Netherlands first, and then I'll say Senegal second.
Good, me too. An Ecuadorian girl broke my heart, so Ecuador's coming in fourth.
Ainda estás a pensar nisso, coitado.
Never, buddy, never.
I got Qatar, Senegal.
Qatar, what? Oh, corruption. I like where your head's at. That's a good point. So I'm saying USA first, England second. Chris, you said USA, Iran.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Steph, you're saying England and Iran.
I'm saying England and Iran, yes.
Group C, Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, Poland. Thing is still coach. No, he's not coach of Poland anymore. Never mind. He went to Brazil not that long ago.
He betrayed them, and this random dude got them qualified over the line.
I'm saying Argentina first, Mexico second. But
yeah, same.
I'll say Argentina first, Poland second.
Next is France. Who is that? Australia, the Emirate. What's
it's UAE versus
Peru. I'd say Peru makes it. So let's just say France, Peru, Denmark, Tunisia. I'm going France and Denmark.
I got France in playoff winner.
Okay. I got France and Tunisia.
Group E, Spain, either Costa Rica or New Zealand. So probably Costa Rica, Germany, Japan. I have. You guys go first. I'm undecided on who goes first.
Spain, Germany. That's a no-brainer.
Germany, Spain.
Spain, Japan. Group F.
2 in a row that the Germans tank in the group.
Yeah, you're right. Fine, my bad. Spain, Germany. You're right. I was trying to be different. Group F, Belgium, Canada, Morocco, Croatia. I think this is the easiest one. Canada first, Belgium second.
I got the reverse.
Canada's winning the World Cup this
Belgium,
year.
Canada.
Belgium, Canada as well.
Thank you, boys. I love you, boys.
I think that's very.
It's not going to happen. We're going to get bottom of the group, but I love you, boys. Thank you.
You guys can beat the Moroccans.
I think we have a better chance with the Croatians than the Moroccans, but we'll see. Croatians are old now, but that experience, we'll see. G is Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, Cameroon.
That's a no-brainer.
Serbia,
Brazil, Switzerland. No
Brazil,
way.
Cameroon.
They have too much talent, Switzerland. They'll make it.
They always surprise me at these competitions, Switzerland.
Yeah,
they always overperform.
Bro, I'm saying Serbia has a crazy team, bro.
They do, but they got lucky winning in Portugal 1-0.
They would have won their playoff maybe if they played like Sweden.
Don't forget that the goal disallowed against Portugal. That was a goal.
But if you remember that game, Serbia came back from 2-0 to tie that game, and they played great in the second half. So Serbia did show some signs of life.
Yeah, why? But why? Because Fernando Santos, he's a
coward.
Cagado.
But Fernando Santos is the one taking us to the World Cup, bro.
I know.
That's the problem.
No, it's not him. It's the players.
That's true too. And then I'm saying Portugal, Ghana. Remind me, Steph. What did you say? You're not picking a position for Portugal, right?
No. Portugal and Uruguay.
Christian?
Uruguay, Portugal.
And then overall, who's winning the World Cup?
Portugal.
Qatar.
Canada.
It'd be too obvious if they did that. Even the South Koreans knew they had to lose in the semis, otherwise it'd be too obvious.
Well,
that's true.
It's not going to be none of our choices. So.
No, bro. It's
Brazil. I got Brazil.
I got France.
France?
France. If it's not Portugal, it's France. Allez les Bleus. Allez les Bleus.
A repeat.
Right. Yeah, another repeat. True. Boys, take us away with the modalidades and let's wrap this shit up, bro. A tough loss today. I was just watching the highlights. I have a question for you guys about the handball game, but you guys take it away. I don't know who wants to do it.
Go ahead, Chris.
You got it. All right. So for basketball, we lost to Benfica for the league, and we beat Madeira for the league since the last pod. Futsal, 3-1 win against Torreense with 2 goals from Gonçalo Portugal, which was sick, and an 8-1 win against Viseu. Handball, we won for the league, but obviously lost today against Maddenberg, 35-36. B team tied 1-1 against Real, conceded an 89th minute goal. Tough. U23s got scraped by B-Sad 3-0. 23s just keep losing. And ladies beat Braga 3-0 for the Taça de Portugal semi, and they beat Albufeira 4-0 for the league. And hockey won 6-3 against Saint Jouens for the league.
My question is, I know we tied against the team we played in handball today, but I just seen they're winning.
Lost.
No. I sent the first leg.
We
tied the first leg. Yeah.
Why was our keeper like halfway, like on the halfway line, not in the goal for handball? I don't watch handball, admittedly. Like, was the draw not good enough? Like their last goal was kind of like our keeper was like on their side, and then they just got it and threw it in the net.
No. So we got. That's a good question because, like you said, you don't know handball.
Exactly.
No. Something happened that was very drastic. Our player, the youngster that came from Porto, he scored the goal, and it was canceled by the referee. And I don't know if you saw. You didn't see the game, or did you?
No, I just seen the RTP thing just now.
So he couldn't believe it, and he looked at the referee. Chamou filha da puta. He got 2 minutes expelled. He got expelled. So then the coach, that was a clean goal. I don't know why he canceled the goal. He said the foot was on the ground when he scored the goal, but it was not. It was a clean goal. Sporting would have been up by 1.
Mm-hmm.
So he got the 2 minutes. We're playing without a player for 2 minutes, and I think it was 1 minute and 44 seconds left. So our coach complained to the fourth referee or to the table, and he got 2 minutes as well. When any coach gets 2 minutes, they have to remove a player from the game. So we played the last 1.44 seconds with less 2 players. So when we were playing offensively, we can remove the goalie and play with an extra player. But then the consequences, like in futsal, you have no goalie.
Yeah.
So the Germans, they won just because the Croatian referees gave them the game. We had how many? I think we had 14 of our players expelled for 2 minutes in the entire game, and they only had 1. It's like 14 yellows against us, and them only 1 yellow. So every time they expel a player, it's 2 minutes. But if they get 2 minutes 3 times in the game, they get a red card that they can play the game. You know how many of our players got red cards? 3.
For this.
3 of our best players. So this Croatian duel, piece of shit. They're in cahoots with the Germans, and that's why we lost the game. It was a very close game. E é uma merda because when you watch the whole game and you know what happened, ficas revoltado.
Fair enough.
And Benfica advanced, right?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, they advanced, and they have a good team. They got a new goalie and a player from Sweden, he was a world champ for the national team, and we got a couple good players too. So we have a good team as well. The thing is, we got robbed by the referees. The
basketball's in trouble without Travante. It's 2 games against Benfica now that we've gotten pretty handily beaten. And Benfica's improved also.
Yes. Benfica got a couple good American players. They're not the same team. So our team, when we play against Benfica, they don't know what to do because it's a totally different chemistry. And without Travante, we look like o Vestalegre lá da minha terra. We're in bad shape in basketball. I don't think we're going to win any titles with basketball. Porto and Benfica, they look better. They had better reinforcements.
Yeah.
Fair
enough. All right, before we close it, prediction against Tondela?
Well, before we close, George Fonseca he won another gold medal in judo. So that's something that we should mention. I think we missed a couple more things. No, I think that's it. That was a big thing for Sportingistas. Oh, the rugby team.
No, the ladies rugby won a title, right?
Yeah, they coupled Portugal. Yeah. So there it is. And now, volleyball team, I gotta say, the coach gotta go from the female side and the male side. Jerzinho and the female side, the coaches, they've been given a lot of time to have good teams. They've invested a lot of money, and we keep on losing contra Fontes Bastardos e Leixões. It's embarrassing. We don't even make it to the goddamn final. It's embarrassing.
What place is the volleyball team in?
Who?
What place are they in?
Out of the competition was the playoff mode in the semifinals against Leixões, the ladies. They lost 3-1. They're out of the competition. And Sporting, they losing 2-1 against Fontes Bastardo. We play the next game no Pavilhão da Rocha. If we lose, that's it. We out. To tell the truth, I'd rather them lose now than going to the final and be spanked by Benfica. Vergonha do caralho.
Tondela. Tondela away, and then we'll also predict Tondela at away. Yeah.
No, it's away.
Then Porto also away. So I'm gonna go with a 1-1 draw in Guimarães, and another 2-0 win for Sporting away.
2-0 sounds good.
In Guimarães, bro. Come on, predict that.
3-0 Porto.
Oh fuck. Gotta manifest something, dude.
Sorry, bro.
I'm gonna say 2-0 for Sporting and 3-2 for Guimarães.
Let's go.
No, I think it's gonna be a fucking crazy game, and you Guimarães, you got that kind of matter.
Some chairs getting thrown.
I hope it's a handball in the box. That's not a handball. It hits his thigh, the Porto player. They go to VAR and just the images manipulate it. It looks like a handball. Or even better, the same thing happens to Porto that happened to Paulinho, only they don't call the penalty because they've been crying all week that it's not a penalty.
Hey, I got a better one for you. I hope Guimarães scores the goal com a cabeça mais pequena.
If you know what I mean.
I don't care how they score.
Me neither. It could be cool to cool. As long as they score, yeah.
All right, boys. That's the end of another great podcast. Be sure to follow the Twitter page as always. That's my handle. That's Steph's handle. That's Sam's handle, and that's Christian's handle. We are out of here. Thanks for another good one, boys. Thanks for everybody that's in the chat. And yeah, Viva Sporting. I hope for the bicampeonato, like Steph was saying. Força Sporting. Receba. Sim. Obrigado, meu Deus.
Isso.